So, many of you guys know that I have a video called Jokes with Jurassic Shark. It's got a lot of dislikes. So I decided to become a comedian instead of doing episode 2, which might come out in the future. But, so here we go. So, I was in church the other day, and, so I was sitting with the youth group. It was hilarious. So, the choir was upstage. It was really nice. They were all wearing blue jackets. It was all nice. Except for one guy who was in the corner. He had a, red and white striped shirt with blue jeans. So I lean over to my friend, and I'm like, hey, I think I found Waldo. So, speaking of churches, pastors are some of the funniest comedians. So are, pastor stories can be pretty funny. Also, some dad stories can be pretty funny from other people's dads. So, here, I'll tell you one. So, I know a guy. He was, and his friend's dad, and so I got a chance to talk to his dad. So, what happened was, we were having a conversation, and he said he used to be he used to work, be a soldier for the army and stuff like that. It was pretty neat. He said his training involved camouflage. And he said he had this guy who was his commander who was super crazy. He said he taught him camouflage. He said, use this camouflage if you're in this situation, but it won't work if you're in this situation. It's like, but if you're crawling in blood, use this camouflage. And then he's like, if you're over here, use this camouflage if you're crawling in blood. My thoughts were, if you're crawling in blood, you're probably already dead. And he's like, but if you camouflage in blood, so if you use the blood camouflage anywhere else, you'll be seen really easily. And then so I said, so what are you supposed to do? Do you go in your normal camouflage and, oh no, everyone's dying, and then like change over to your your blood one, so they won't find you. That guy his dad always wears like these crazy hats. Speaking of hats, Speaking of hats, got a new one. Also serves as memory spool. But the funny story how I got this hat. So what happened was we were in Epcot the other day. It's Disney out. Okay, so we were in Epcot, and so what I wanted to do, I'm like, hey, I need a new hat, because all I have are these lame baseball hats, which are like 5,000 years old and don't even fit me. So what I did was, I'm like, well, I could have got like a fez or something like that, but I'm like, no, I want something cool. So I got this. But funny story how I got it. What happened was, so we were looking for this. So China's here, and then after that is like some other place. We were at this place, and we're like, let's get this. I'm like, it's probably in China. Let's turn around and go back. But no, they said no, it's in Japan, which was on the entire other side of the park. So we had to go all the way there, and then find out that it was in China, which we were 2 feet away. So then it was pretty funny. So then I asked, hey, while we were there, I'm like, hey, do you have any hats? And then the woman, she's Japanese, she was like, hat? I'm like, yes, a hat. A hat? I'm like, yes, a hat. A head hat? I'm like, yes, a hat. This type of hat? I'm like, a hat. And then she was like, oh yeah, we have hats. And then like they were completely weird Japanese woman hats. I'm like, thank you, but no. So then we walked. We're halfway between that and China, in Canada. So and then so I asked one of these women. I asked another woman, hey, do you know where I can find a hat? And she's like, a China hat? I asked, hey woman, do you know where I can find a China hat? And she was like, in China? I'm like, thank you for that useless help. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So another thing is, I guess you could say that I went all around the world to get a hat. Speaking of going around places, my friend, a different friend's dad, his favorite restaurant is Wendy's. Wendy's. I mean, really? You mean the place that... Is it like some restaurant, like a fancy restaurant? It's like, no, Wendy's. And then I'm like, you mean the place where you go where you don't want Burger King or McDonald's and an Arby's is too far away? He's like, yeah, Wendy's. So I'm like, why though? Wendy's? Why Wendy's?